3 ways to communicate with your higher self. Have you ever had a moment of deep clarity, a quiet knowing about what you should do, even when your mind was full of doubts? Many people call this inner guidance the higher self. It's not something outside of you. It's not a spirit you need to summon. It's the most conscious, aware, and authentic part of who you already are. In this video, we will explore 3 practical ways to communicate with your higher self, not through beliefs or rituals, but through awareness, presence, and honesty. What is the higher self? The higher self is not separate from your everyday self. It is the part of you that sees clearly when the mind is quiet. While the thinking mind is often driven by fear, habit, and conditioning, the higher self responds from understanding and compassion. It doesn't shout, it doesn't argue, doesn't pressure. Its guidance feels calm, steady, and grounded. Learning to communicate with your higher self is really about learning how to listen inwardly. Let's begin with the first and most direct method. Way 1. Cultivating inner stillness through meditation. The higher self speaks through stillness, not mental noise. Most of the time, our attention is caught in thoughts, planning, worrying, replaying the past, or anticipating the future. When the mind is noisy, subtle wisdom cannot be heard. This is why meditation is so important. You don't need a complicated technique. A simple practice of breathing awareness is enough. Sit comfortably. Bring your attention to the natural rhythm of your breath. Feel the inhalation, feel the exhalation. When thoughts arise, and they will, don't fight them. Simply notice them and return to the breath. As you continue, moments of quiet awareness begin to appear. In these moments, insights may arise, not as words, but as a sense of clarity. You may suddenly understand what needs to be done, what needs to be let go, or why something in your life is unfolding the way it is. This is how the higher self communicates, gently, clearly, and without emotional drama. Even 10 minutes a day can create space for this inner connection. Way 2. Listening to intuition in daily life. Your higher self does not only communicate during meditation, also speaks through intuition in everyday life. Intuition is not emotional impulse. It is not fear. It is not wishful thinking. Fear feels tense and urgent. Desire feels grasping and restless. Intuition feels calm, quiet, and steady. It often shows up as a subtle sense of "this feels right," or something doesn't sit well, even when you can't logically explain why. To access this guidance, practice pausing before you react. Before making an important decision, take a few slow breaths and ask inwardly, what is the wisest response here? Then listen, not for words, but for a feeling in the body. Sense of openness or ease often signals alignment. Tightness or heaviness may signal resistance. The body is often the first place where the higher self speaks. The more you trust and act on this inner knowing, the clearer it becomes. This is not blind faith. It is an ongoing relationship built on awareness and experience. Way 3. Reflective journaling as an inner dialogue. Another powerful way to communicate with your higher self is through reflective journaling. Writing slows the mind and allows deeper layers of awareness to surface. Instead of journaling to complain or analyze, use it as a dialogue. Begin by writing a sincere question, such as, what am I not seeing right now? What is this situation trying to teach me? What would compassion look like here? After writing the question, pause. Take a few conscious breaths, then write whatever comes without editing or judging. You may notice that the response feels different from your usual thinking. It may feel kinder, clearer, more honest. The higher self does not criticize or shame. It acknowledges difficulty while pointing toward understanding. Over time, recurring insights may appear. These are reminders from within, guiding you back to alignment. Journaling helps bring silent wisdom into conscious awareness. Living in alignment with higher self. Communicating with your higher self is not about escaping life. It is about living more fully and authentically. As this inner connection deepens, your actions naturally reflect clarity, compassion, and integrity. Life's challenges do not disappear, but your relationship with them changes. You respond rather than react. You listen rather than rush. Ultimately, the higher self is not something you need to find. It is what remains when you are present, honest, and open. When you create space, wisdom reveals itself quietly from within.